Alright, on this Monday in January, I want to talk about Synthwave. So number one, first band I want to talk about, Gunship. Gunship really got me into Synthwave and just the retro music aesthetic thing. I just randomly was blessed by the algorithm one day with their song Tech Noir, which is their biggest song. I found out that apparently the guys from Gunship, they were in a band Fight Star with Charlie from Busted, which is a big band out of England as well, and I didn't even really know about them. I'd heard their music, and the Jonas Brothers actually ripped off a bunch of their songs and covered them when they were starting out. So Busted, they're pretty good. I like them. Fight Star, I really like Fight Star. That's the kind of hard rock metal project, and I guess Charlie left to do his own thing, whatever, family sort of thing, and or working on solo projects. And the other remaining members, I think two of them, Alex and then Dan, who's like the synth master all over the place, teamed up with other Alex on drums and started Gunship. And man, just go listen to their stuff. Their first album came out all the way back in 2015, so this is first when synthwave was kind of having a revival, or the synth sounds were coming back in full force, and it just fuses the rock elements I love with the synthwave stuff as well. Just so good, and it's a really good like kind of gateway drug to synthwave. Some highlights from the album, obviously Tech Noir, their biggest song, one of my favorites from them, Pink Mist, Fly for Your Life. There's just so many good tracks on this. They also released their second album just a couple years ago in 2018 called Dark All Day, and they just cemented themselves as a band that's here to stay. That is just awesome. I hope they tour sometime, especially in the States, because I want to see them live. So the next band I want to talk about is The Midnight, and this is probably my favorite synthwave artist right now. They are the most mainstream, I guess you'd say. They have almost 1 million listeners on Spotify. Not that that's always, a metric for success or whatever, but it is a metric, and it does give artists success. The more streams they get, the more money they get. So first heard The Midnight, let's see, probably 2017. Yeah, their album Nocturnal came out, and I was looking for synthwave stuff to listen to, and I found this album, and it's only 7 songs, but they're just all bangers, and I kind of got really into that album and just kind of listened to it on repeat for a while. And a couple months later, I was like, man, what does this band have? So listening back to their kind of first EP from 2014, so this is going way back in regards to synthwave scene. They were pretty early. I didn't even realize it, and I love this EP. Days of Thunder is what it's called. Title track, Days of Thunder, is great. Their song Los Angeles is amazing. They've released Endless Summer full-length album, as well as a couple other albums. They have Kids, which kind of was like a decline a little bit. Still some great tracks on there. I love Wave, Lost Boy. It's actually my wife's favorite from them. And then they recently put out Monsters, which kind of same thing. The whole thing is kind of like a little bit of a decline, but there's just amazing tracks on here. America Online, 17, Monsters, the title track, and then my favorite, Deep Blue. And then they actually do tour, which is really cool. I got to see them twice in Costa Mesa, over here in Orange County, and man, they're so flipping good. They have Tyler is the singer, and he plays guitar. He also has his own solo project, Tyler Lyle. Check him out. I love his singer-songwriter stuff. And then Tim, who is local to Los Angeles, he kind of produces all the music, and then Tyler sings on it, and they collaborate and do their thing. And then they also have like a sax player and other synth players. And recently I saw they just wrapped up another tour where they had like a full band. So they had like 2 guitar players, a bass player, a guy playing saxophone, guy playing synth. So great show. It was one of those rare shows where the live set was better than the record, and that really like kicked off just wanting to listen to them over and over again. So The Midnight, huge huge success. I hope they continue to grow. I hope they get at least a million monthly listeners, because they deserve it. So go check out Gunship, go check out The Midnight. Those are two big ones. Other ones to look at, FM84. He just had a post. He was actually one of the very first songs I heard, and I was like, huh, that's kind of cool. And kind of like wrote it off for a while, but came back to it and love his stuff. He's got an album, Atlas, that is great, with singer Ollie Ride, that he sings on a lot of tracks. And Ollie Ride's great. Synthwave artist as well. And then Trevor Something, Michael Oakley, a couple other Synthwave artists. I'll put some links down below. But that about wraps it up for this episode. I hope you guys can discover some new music and have a great new year.